Yo, I used to wonder, like when I started, becoming more conscious and I started getting on my journey. I used to wonder why the people that I was following and paying attention to, why they couldn't, like why they always left out the step by steps on their their journey and the things that they went through along the way. Um, you know, People like always tell you what you're doing wrong. It's never really you know, what you can do uh to do it right, to do it the right way. It's always like what you doing wrong, how you doing it, you know, how you doing it wrong. And it dawned on me like a lot of these people that's on these cameras, that's on these platforms and these social media sites and everything, they regurgitating wisdom. You know, wisdom is in like life experiences. You gain that wisdom through life experiences, through good, through bad, uh, life experiences. And I noticed a lot of people regurgitate information. They Google experts and you know what I mean, search experts, and they'll regurgitate the information as if it's like their own experiences. And that's my only problem with that's one of my problems with a lot of these people that get on the camera and they have a following. They have people that look to them for information, look to them for answers. Um, I still don't understand why people do that, but you know, teach his own. But that's my thing. Um, spilling it out to the people as if you went through that experience or you grew up in that culture. You know what I mean? Or if that was just like your upbringing, like you understand the things that uh that you it like example to the people, like you act as if you understand those things or you know all about the stuff that you talking about. And we in a time where it's like that, it's an informational time. Like anybody could get information, but some people, what I notice is they go above and beyond. They enjoy searching and learning new things and doing their homework, as we say. And it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to better your life. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be ahead of the curve. Um, just wanting to know as much as you can know, like learn as much as you can learn. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. My only issue with that is like people that they again regurgitated. They explain it to the people as if these are their experiences, that they're giving you their experience in life. A lot of people that go to different countries, a lot of people that want to start taking better care of themselves, they don't do this anymore, they don't do that, or they do this, they got left bad habits for good habits. They'll portray as if like that's always been them, or uh they 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 discovered this new way of living. And um you know when nigga, you was just eating cheesesteaks and Chinese store platters, and uh you was just drinking, you was just smoking, you was just doing all these things. And again, I'm not against anybody bettering their lives, doing the things, taking the steps that they need to take to better their lives, better their situation. That's not what I'm never against that, ever. What I am against, again, is you got so many fakes and phonies. That's why they can't give you a play-by-play. You ever wondered it, like, why the fuck, like, how you do that? Or how did you get to this point? Or how did you get to this level? How did you uh how did you find out about this or find out about that? Like, they're Google warriors, bro. They're They're search warriors, bro. They're professionals damn near at that shit. They know how to Google and do their homework on each and everything. They like specialize in that. They can't tell you the step by step. They can't tell you the play by play because they didn't go through it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to get on the internet, get on social media and see that this person moved to Thailand, or this person eats only fruits for 30 days, and or find out about intermittent fasting, or different weight loss, or different exercises to do, different things you could do to be better in bed, different things. Like, we in a time where people can go fetch the information, fetch the knowledge, and they can regurgitate it. They could come back and regurgitate it to their following, to, you know, on their channel, on their platform, and they'll make it seem like it's always been their life, or this is something that they discovered, or they're discovering something new, or they got one up on you, they know more than you know. And nah, the only difference is you just didn't take the time out your day to research a bunch of shit, and they did, and they enjoy. They like damn near like journalists or whatever, like of life. They like to do this kind of stuff. And again, I gotta keep saying it. It's nothing wrong with that, but when you get, it's cringy for me to watch and see all over the place when you get out here and you act like you're the first of your kind, or you're the only one with this information, or you went through the hard times, and you've been through the mud, and you've went through all of these things to get to where you're at, and now you're here to give your testimony or tell your story. That is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is lame. Like, and there's a lot of people that's doing that. Like, they have a passion for learning new things, and that's a great passion to have. But don't come get on the camera and act like you've went through all of these different experiences within your life, and now you're living to tell your story, or you could give people uh the cheat code or the blueprint on how they can do it too. Nigga, the only thing you did that they didn't do was research the information. Don't get on this camera and act like you've just been about this type of life, and oh man, so it's a lot of phony people out here. And what I want to say is from my heart, bro, from my heart, genuine shit. Like, as a person that really went through different life experiences, some bigger than others, some smaller than others, they were my experiences. I went through them. I went through them. Don't let nobody, the best way to do this shit, and I don't want to sound like I'm doing a how-to video and nothing like that, but this some genuine shit. You have to go through this shit on your own. You can't allow somebody else to live for you. You can't allow somebody's experience to be yours. You don't want someone else's experiences to be yours. You don't want to wait for every video upload for somebody to give you the play-by-play, or don't allow these fake fraudulent motherfuckers to be the soundtrack, or be the to be any of that, the not the soundtrack, but just the fucking, don't let them be the depiction of your life, of how you live your life. You know what I mean? Of what you choose to do. Get out here and live. Get out here and experience. Get out here and research your own self. Get out here and do the work. You know what I mean? Like make that time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, majority of these people they full of shit, bro. They full of shit. They making it seem, a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, they making it seem like they always had it figured out. They always knew this. They knew this, and da-da-da. It's just that people spend their time how they spend their time. And information, being smart, has never been a strong suit of a lot of people. A lot of people don't have time, hence to why motherfuckers ain't care about school. Motherfuckers don't care about none of that shit. Motherfuckers just want to live. People don't want to research. You can't get a motherfucker to research to pass a test. You got a test coming Thursday, nigga. You ain't did no research. You ain't read the book. You know what I'm saying? I was the same way. I knew I had a test coming. I didn't care to get involved in anything that I felt like didn't mean nothing or wasn't fun or what. Like a lot of people, even grown-ups, they don't care about none of that shit. They want the benefits. They want it to just fall into their lap. They don't care to go the extra mile to research and look things up. But these are the type of people that is willing to just go the extra mile, whether they enjoy doing it or not, and they get a lot of information and they just come back and they regurgitate it. And people buy into it like, you're a wise man or you're a wise woman. Oh my God, you're wise beyond your years. No, they not, bro. They wise on that motherfucking keyboard, bro. They wise on that motherfucking phone. They the shit. They get out here and they research and they Google and they do their homework and they study shit. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That was just something that just was on my mind. Like, people just regurgitating, bro. They coming back and they just giving it to the people. You know what I mean? That's why I always say, just live your own life. You know what I mean? Be in control of your destiny. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to fail. Go through your life and get your experiences, and that's how you gonna gain wisdom and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna come to you. You're not gonna understand how it's coming to you, but it's gonna come to you. You know, I went through that. You know what I'm saying? I never was big on wanting to allow somebody to tell me how to live my life. You know what I mean? I went through that a little bit, but I never was big on that. Like, I never wanted a motherfucker to tell me how to live my life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just live, man. Live. Don't listen to these people, man. They capping, bro.